Hi everyone. I wanted to share with you that I have been working on some ATC cards and I don't have any colored paper per se. I have magazines. Someone gifted me some magazines recently and they're really pretty magazines. Also, I get some magazines in the mail that I have been getting for a while, but I didn't appreciate them for the pictures that were in them. These are some ATCs. This is like the background and maybe one layer that I've been having, and I've been using pretty much the Shannon Green technique of mosaicing. I'm using that as a verb. The layers. And so now I'm going to start a new one. I'm on a zero spend budget right now because I'm going to take a trip to Uganda, I hope, pretty soon. I have my passport, I have my vaccinations, I have my, I am working on my visa, and the airplane tickets have been ordered, so it's not going to be long now. This is sort of a test as to see which of these glues is going to work best. I can hardly see this white ATC on the white mat that I'm using, so I know that you probably can't see it, but I'm layering some just paper bag, and I make sure that it goes over the edge so that I can cut it off and make it clean. The trouble with this glue, Elmer's washable school glue, is that it dries up really fast, and if you have a lot of stripes to go across for your mosaic pattern, then as soon as this glue turns clear, it is pretty much dry. So I guess that works in school, but it makes it difficult while I'm gluing down all these different torn pieces, and it's really not sticking that well, so I'll probably have to go in and re-stick that later, unless the final layer of Mod Podge works. So here we go, last one, and I'm out of strips of paper, so I would have to get some more paper and redo that. The layering of I'm not going to mess with the school glue now. This is also school glue. It's white glue. It's the most inexpensive glue that I can get at the dollar store. And I'm going to layer some pieces of magazine background paper to make an embellishment here. I really like the look of the paper bag. It has a real I don't know, earthy kind of look for me. My experience with this glue on magazine paper is that it makes it kind of wrinkle up. So we'll see how this works. And I really like how that looks. So I'm hoping that it won't wrinkle up. To do this over the paper is to make sure that you get out any glue bubbles, which are basically a waste of glue. And right now I'm on a no spend budget before my trip to Uganda. I was going to tell you about that. I've been helping some children in Uganda, supporting them to go to school. Being a retired school teacher, I really believe in education. So I want to go over there and see how these children are living, how they're doing, how they get to school. I'd like to see them in school if school is in session while I'm there, and I'd like to verify, just for my own self, that they're okay, that my money is being spent for what I'm sending it there for. And I know that a lot of my friends have been supporting them off and on, or a lot of on, and I appreciate that so much. I love you all for loving them. So anyway, my spending is zero, except for necessities like to pay my house payment, to pay my car payment, to buy groceries. I am doing my best not to spend anything except for what it's costing me to go to Uganda. And and so this is basically why I am not buying any art materials at this time. This is very beautiful to me, just to look at. So I think I'm going to put the letters on it that say beauty. And although it's pretty rough with the paper bag stuff, and I didn't take any measures to make sure it was, you know, super smooth. It's not going to be super smooth because it's paper bag, and I'm not going to worry about that. So I will come back on later and do some more work on my ATCs here. I didn't really think that ATCs were that big a deal. I didn't understand, I would say, what kind of a big deal they are. And I realize now that I've sent off one package, big total one package. I realize now that the ATCs are valuable for gifting others, for giving you a small spot to work on if you don't exactly have a large spot at this time. I had the index cards, a whole pack of them, and in order to make these, decorate these and make ATCs out of them, it takes very little. And so I'm appreciating ATCs right now a lot, and so I'll be back.